Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Coffee Corner with Bill and Ray.
Hi.
Hey Ray, so what's going on?
Hey, not a lot. I figured, well, let's do an episode of Thor Love and Thunder, dude.
Thor Love and Thunder. I'm so unprepared.
Yeah, I see that. In this movie, we find Gore, who him and his daughter have both passed away, and when he gets to the afterlife, he sees that his god is a big joke and doesn't really care about him, and Gore decides to kill him with the Necrosword. And that's where the movie starts off.
So starting off, what didn't you like about this film?
I actually didn't like the forced backstory between Thor and Jane. I kind of felt like we already had a story already from the previous first two films, that there was already a connection. And this one kind of felt forced.
I don't think we needed to justify why Mjolnir picked Jane.
Yeah.
So the movie never stops being silly either. It kind of moved away from the formula that we had with being silly, having some action, and then some serious moments.
Yeah, exactly. That was another issue too. Yeah, another thing I didn't like was just how, with Jane having cancer and how she made the dark joke about her dying, I just didn't think it worked well. It was a moment that the movie could have been serious, and it kind of took that away with her making a joke about having cancer, and I didn't like that.
Jane, it's stage 4.
I have how many stages
4.
that we know about?
I know we don't agree on this one, but you said Gore didn't feel menacing enough to you.
No, he didn't.
And his shadow minions, I do agree, were eh.
Yeah, they weren't that great, especially compared to Hela. I thought Hela was a lot more menacing and a lot more scary person to fight in the end. You know, scarier villain versus Gore. I kind of feel like if Hela and Gore were to fight each other, I think Hela would easily have his way
definitely
with it.
win. Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
However, watching it a second time, I did like Christian Bale's performance as Gore.
And King Valkyrie, she wasn't shown enough. I kind of felt like this movie she could have shined a little bit more, and it almost felt like she took a back seat to this movie.
Probably because of Jane and Thor, their love story.
Yeah, sure.
And what about Lady Sif?
I was so disappointed. Lady Sif came out for like 10 seconds, and I'm like, that's it?
Yeah, the only funny part I did laugh at was he said maybe your arm is in Valhalla.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, but man, I wanted more Lady Sif.
She's been such a great character in the past. They could
She
have done a
has.
lot more with her.
Yeah. What did you love about the movie?
I really love seeing the Guardians, even though it was for a brief moment.
Yeah.
Those characters just interacting with Thor was always hilarious in the previous films.
It was just enough Guardians to kind of hold you over to the next one, I felt.
That's true.
Having Jane Foster back, that was really good too.
It was, but it felt like it was brief. Like after this film, I don't really see her coming back into anything.
I mean, it was still cool though. I mean, she may not come back, but just having her back with Thor, that was really cool to see.
That was
So
long
yeah,
overdue.
definitely.
The relationship with Thor, Stormbreaker, and Mjolnir, that was actually hilarious.
That was really funny. I liked that part a lot. That one was that kind of stole the movie for me.
The part where he's holding out his hand trying to call Mjolnir and
Yeah.
here comes Stormbreaker. Oh, hey, I was waiting for you.
Yeah,
I was calling you.
exactly. That was way too funny. That was probably the best part of the movie for me. I really liked that.
It was pretty hilarious.
Yeah, and then the goats. I know we talked about it in the trailer. We kind of briefly mentioned the goats, but man, seeing the goats in this one, Tooth Grinder and Tooth Gnasher, I liked them a lot. They really worked for the movie. I think they used the goat sound or something, but man, that was hilarious every time they were on
The
screen.
screaming they were doing.
Yeah, the
It
screaming.
wasn't overdone either. It was
Yeah,
just enough
just
to
enough.
make it hilarious and
Yeah.
not annoying.
That was cool. I liked it.
Russell Crowe coming into the MCU.
Yeah, Zeus was really cool. He was one of the new characters that I really liked a lot. Especially when Zeus was in the arena or something, and with all the other gods. That was a really good scene.
It was him filling up his little skirt to walk down the stairs.
Yeah,
I thought that was kind of hilarious.
it was different. Like you would always expect Zeus to be like this almighty, powerful, serious god, but to see him kind of having fun and kind of being a little joking, that was okay.
It was.
I liked it. Then the Guns N' Roses music.
I cannot listen to any of these songs anymore now on the radio without thinking of Thor.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was only going to be one song from the trailer, but they actually put quite a few songs in there, and it worked. I liked it.
It really did. I kind of feel like I need to buy the soundtrack now.
Definitely. but I think I might already have it.
Most of the Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, I think so, dude. So, best scenes of the movie. Which one was your favorite scene?
Near the beginning, I still like the part where Thor does a split between two spaceships that are coming at him.
Yeah.
And then also them showing him getting back into shape.
That was pretty cool. It was funny. It was a silly moment for him to kind of get back into shape and lose the beer gut.
Yes, he went from dad bod to god bod.
Yeah,
I believe is what
exactly.
they said.
Yeah. Giving the kids the power to fight at the end of the movie,
That was
I
pretty
really
cool.
liked it. I thought that was cool. That was probably the best scene of the movie for me. I kind of was waiting for that epic scene throughout the whole movie, and when he gave the kids part of his power to fight the shadows, I thought it was really cool. That was like a really good moment of the movie.
It was a good moment, and it was hilarious too.
Yeah, it was.
Another good scene is Jane sacrificing herself, even though she knows Mjolnir will probably either make her sicker or kill her, which it actually did in the end.
Yeah, that was a really good scene. That was probably the only scene that was kind of like serious in the movie, so it was a really good scene.
You kind of feel very bad for Thor,
Yeah,
knowing that he's gonna lose her.
like he just got her and now she's gone again.
Another loss for Thor.
Yeah. Then Hercules was at the one of the
post-credit
post-credits.
scene.
Yeah, I actually liked it. Hercules has always been one of my favorite characters, and I'm like really excited for the next movie. This movie was good, but seeing Hercules as a future person who's going to fight Thor, I'm actually ready for that.
Yeah, Hercules has actually showed up quite a bit in the Thor comic books
Really?
back in the day. Yes.
Okay, cool. I didn't know that.
So I was excited to see that when he finally showed up.
Yeah. So, what would you rate the movie?
Okay, so I've seen this movie twice. I think the second time gave me a better take on the movie. So I'm going to
Okay.
say either probably a 7.5.
7.5? I'm gonna have to say 6.
No, 6. Not bad. Average out 7.
Yeah. Like, to me, it was a good film, but it wasn't a great film, especially comparing it to Ragnarok. I wasn't expecting a direct copy of Ragnarok, but compared to Ragnarok, it wasn't a great movie. So that's why I'm going to rate it a 6. Definitely go and see it, but don't expect Ragnarok.
My expectation was pretty high going into this film because of Ragnarok. That's why I think the first time I watched the film, I wasn't too impressed. It took a second watch for me to really appreciate Christian Bale's performance and a lot of the hilarious moments, but yes, it still didn't rank as high as Ragnarok. So yeah, the film is worth the watch. It's not the best in the MCU, but it's also not Thor the Dark World.
Yeah, true.
So make sure you check it out. Alright guys, so I guess we'll catch you on the next one. Later.